ladies, have you always been conscious of the fact that you're building a brand? Because I remember, just thinking back on my career, I think maybe the first 6 years or so, I was just doing what I love. You know what I mean? Little did I know that there was a brand that was being built, whether I was conscious of it or not. So have you always, did you get into this, Uri, this is where I want to go and this is the kind of brand I'm trying to package?
I like everybody's looking at me. Okay, I'm a brand person. Ironically, this might shock you, but I also started like that. As much as I deal with brands, I always saw a brand as a product brand. And I didn't start off by seeing myself as a product. I didn't see myself as a brand until I started doing country branding. And then I started to see the connection between personal brands and country brands. That's when I started to say, wait a minute, where's my brand? But even then, I wasn't very active about my personal brand. I was just conscious of, okay, fine, I should not do things that don't represent who I am. But in essence, that is your brand. How you want to be represented, how you represent yourself, that's your brand. And a lot of us take that for granted, and they believe that brand can stay in a room somewhere and then they go do something there and then they
come back to the brand again. When you go to for an interview.
Yes, now you're like this. Friday night you're like this. So that's all you. So you should. It's like you should be conscious of that. Some people might say your brand is your image, in a sense, but it's also about the inner, what you say, what you do, how you say it.
Your interactions.
Exactly. So people tend to overlook that, and then they start thinking about the brand. For example, small businesses, they tend to weigh heavily on the owner's brand. So if you are out there not taking yourself seriously, believe you me, it's going to hit hard on your business. As an example, but if you've managed to grow a separate brand, your brand and your business's brand, your business can be able to proceed without you. But a lot of people don't take that into consideration. I am me, I will live my life how I want. Great, but unfortunately that's your brand.
What I learned late was a brand has nothing to do with you being a public figure or a celebrity or a sportsman or whatever. Everyone is a brand. So yes, were you conscious of it from the get-go? You build a brand, Zenzele, for instance.
With me, it started with the newspapers. You know how it is, having been on there. See myself on the front page. Could they be lovers?
Imagine.
Okay. I didn't know this person.
Here I am. I build brands. I'm behind the scenes. I would expect for you to write about the visuals, the vanity, the.
You know what I mean?
Who am I for you to just write about me? Just what you just said. All of us are brands. I was busy building people, and I had forgotten that
this is a brand.
Somebody else is watching you. You are also an inspiration. You are also making your mark in your industry. So each and every person is a brand. And there came a point when this is just too much for me. And a few years ago, when I was approached by this beautiful woman, I'm actually her face for black, bold, and beautiful.
Collaboration.
This is her creativity. The creatives of her works. So when we met and she called me and said, I want you, and I'm like, no, I'm not a model. First thing I said, no, Gaon, I'm not a model. I'm just an executive development music promoter. I don't think you got it right. And she said, no. You have a following. You've got you've got your Miss Millennium that people follow, that you also coordinate. You've got your artists. Every time you're there, people are looking at you. Who is behind the Vis-a-Vis brand? Who's behind the MMP family brand? That's when it got to me that, oh God, she's really serious. I need to do something about how I look, how I approach myself. And then that's when it got me to really work on the etiquette, on how I speak, how I carry myself, how you hold, because not that I'm just a simple girl, I'm always a simple, I put on the flops, I'm this girl who grew up in a male-dominated industry, so that got, for me to be relaxed a little bit, because I wasn't getting anything out of challenges. I'd be stuck within a company of 10 men. So that didn't challenge me enough. For me to look the part. I'm not in my work environment is not in an office. So I just take it very casually, like you say. Up until I saw what here, this Zen brand is going places.
front page. And then you are gonna go, hey, could they be lovers? Who am I? You know, yeah.
I think not for me. I've always known about branding, but can you believe what I'm starting to realize now? What I'm a brand of myself now, and it's not because I see, because I walk in the streets. Hey, I come on a working day. And then people will recognize me. Anywhere I am, we visit a restaurant. I'm with my husband, having dinner with my husband. Can I go squealing, or whatever? People will recognize. Oh, okay. Oh, how do you know me? And that has been like this year. It has happened so much, and it for me at first it made me so uncomfortable. But how people know me when I so I think that was a blessing in disguise of some sort, because now I started. Oh, okay. I don't just make clothes for people. I actually am a brand myself. People actually notice me as a person, not as House of K. So that's why, like, there are even even on social media, there's House of K and there's Garden Moremo. House of K has its own House of K. I'll be the one saying the stories of House of K, but then
it's got a personality of its own.
You think it's two totally different things. Garden Moremo has got totally and that's the other thing that I didn't want to lose, even though branding myself. I didn't want to lose myself and try to please everybody and say what needs to be said. What about because it's how I'm feeling. Understand?
Absolutely.
Because I'm very vocal.
You're staying true to the brand.
Exactly. I'm very unapologetic about who I am. It's either you take it or you don't take it. But this is me. I'm okay with it. Whether you're not okay is not my problem. That's how I am.
I like that.
Well, for me, I don't know. Like for 9 years, the 3 years we started fashion, I was like, okay, I know I'm creative, I'm passionate, creativity passionate. Like it was like for 2 years, it was like that. Like it's who I am, what I love, fashion, passion, and I did that repeatedly. Just wake up, hey, passionate. Until the
brand was built.
Media were like blogging.
Who are you?
Oh wow, Solo, can we do this with you? Can we feature you? Hey. And then I begin, I'm doing something right.
That people are recognizing. You know, speaking about international media recognizing you, I wanted to ask you about that. Did you consciously go out to promote yourself in the international? What did you send Glamour, Ghana Elle magazine, and message? So how did that happen for you?
You have no idea. I think I spent like 3 years emailing international artists, agencies, styling agencies. The celebrity like about email. Rihanna, I want to style you. Here I am. I'm African. I'm this. I can do this for your image. But I did actually for 3 years, every day emailing, and I think the rest is history.
Before you knew it, you were getting now recognition.
But Angela Simmons, Bagile Van reply, but what can you do for me? I was like, what? I was paying.
Are you kidding me? Especially, I think, because you got this very distinctive, and I remember even when I introduced you, I spoke about your look. You know what I mean? Something that sets you apart. Go to this, and I love that. You know, being boldly, authentically African, if you want to be African, you know, just you, because I think that is exactly then what sets you apart. You know what I mean? I just absolutely love that.
I think they love the fact that I am into my culture. I'm rooted in culture, individualistic, like I do what I want to do. Just myself. I get the choice in terms of fashion and everything else I'm doing for myself and for Africa.
Absolutely. Now, is there room for Botswana outside though, guys? Like, is the international community ready to receive us?
You know what I feel? I feel there's room for everyone. And I'm saying that because if we can find, Gaone went to Asia, Gaone is going to Europe. I'm not going to say Paris, I'm going to say Europe. You see what I mean? It shows you that there is room. You just need to create the room. Nobody's going to create the room for you. You know, that's why you're calling us movers and shakers. You're moving things out of the way, shaking the game plan, you know, so that you can get in there. You have to be willing to push things out of the way. Some are heavier, some are light, but you have to get yourself in there. It's called a global village now. And if you think of a village, everybody, you see what I mean? So go and put yourself in that space. But eventually you've got a big house going on out there. There is room for everyone out there. Yeah.
Because I look at you know, Nigerian music, for instance, not even just music, Nigerian culture. What sort of fashion to food? What you know, egusi soup. I think the average African has heard of egusi soup or whatever. Thank you very much. So there's something that they've done to, which is really what got me to thinking. But okay, so we see Nigeria, we see South Africa. Where is Botswana all
But you know,
in all of this? Yeah.
There's something. If we're gonna talk about brand, which Tolu was mentioning, that I wasn't even sure she was seeing it herself. Is passion. Talk about Nigerians and their culture and the way they own it. You can't help but want to be a part of it. You know, when you own your brand, people want to be a part of it. You see what I mean? So even us right now, there's an upsurge of our culture. You know, and now it's being turned into a fashion item. So there's a new love. Once we love it, the world will love it with us.
Absolutely.
It's the same as if you reject yourself, the world will reject you. So you know, so when she's talking about brand, her passion, and I'm like, that's her brand essence. I'm like, brand essence.
Brand essence. You don't know.
I really love to agree with what she says. There is still a chance for Botswana to make it. I mean, in 2015, our own very president was afforded an AFRIMA award, of which I traveled with 4 artists of different genres to America. You know, to get that AFRIMA award as the president of BEPA. And I said to so many brands and artists that are out there that what we do to ignite and tap into the fact that we had a leader, you know, we had a leader, a father of the nation winning that award. We should have owned and, you know, make sure that we tap out of that. We get something out of that. Like she said, when I went to America, I'm always wearing a clean-shaven look. To me, it's more about me saying that I am Zanzele, I'm African, and when I went there, I spoke to Tabiso Dibela made my dress. I said to Tabi D that Tabi D, tell a story in this dress. Gaone made one of the outfits that I was wearing while I was, you know, my wardrobe for that whole week. We made sure that we sell Botswana with, because you not just stand there as Zenzele, as the president of BEPA or the executive promoter. When you are out there and you are in America and Texas, people should read Botswana out of you.
Absolutely.
They should be able to read Botswana out of you.
Exactly.
When you were in Nigeria, I could read Botswana out of you. Yes, we can go, we can have the longer nails and we can try and look beautiful. But it's your accent, your tone. There's got to be something that defines you. You know, you are a Botswana, you are from Africa, you are different. And if we can just stick to that and make sure that when we create brands, we don't live in anybody's shadow, like she said. She said, you know, I love the fact of, you know, her. She said, I grew up being this natural person. And we're not saying all of us should look natural, but we're saying in you should own it. Have that persona that says you are a Botswana, you are Africa.
Absolutely. How beautiful is that?